I'm the GA of the Employee Relations team at the Career Center. And tonight I will be talking about LinkedIn and also iLink and how you can utilize it when it comes to your job and internship search. Oh, is that moving? Oh, okay. So as I mentioned before, the agenda tonight is to look into LinkedIn first. So why join LinkedIn? How to build a profile. I know you mentioned that you just recently did it last week. And also how to connect with contacts and potential alumni that's associated with the University of Illinois. The second thing we're going to focus on tonight is also iLink. So have you heard of iLink before? Or?
I haven't used it.
Okay, so you have an account, but you haven't used it yet.
I actually don't have an account.
Okay, so that's good. That's good. So you'll learn more about it tonight. Also, we're going to talk about the registration steps and also the job search process for iLink as well, and how it can be useful. So first thing first, LinkedIn. And so, what made you create a LinkedIn account?
I wanted to get into contact with other other research assistants and seeing what paths they were taking and what they were doing with themselves.
Okay, so what was the, when it came to I guess your advisor recommending you to get a LinkedIn account, what kind of advice did he or she give you as far as when it comes to LinkedIn being a useful tool for the job and internship process?
To be honest, I just joined it on my own.
Okay,
Yeah.
So that's good. So as you can see, LinkedIn has 2 million plus professionals on there. It's over 150 industries that's on there. So Microsoft, I think Apple, almost any company that you know or think of is probably on LinkedIn. Executives from every Fortune 500 firm is on there, and then 60,000 plus college and university alumni groups are on there too. So that's something that's very useful when it comes to LinkedIn. So say for instance, when it comes to MCB, you might be able to find someone that's graduated from this department, and they might be able to give you tips or some advice for any careers that you want to go into when it comes to your future. And so we'll talk about that a little bit more as we continue to progress through the PowerPoint presentation. Let's see this. Okay. Oop. Okay. So where to start? So you already have a LinkedIn profile, and so with your profile, did you fill up everything that was on your page, or?
I filled out the labs that I'm working in, my interests, and I have a few contacts.
Okay.
Some of the basic things.
So that's good. I mean, that's a good start. And what year are you, by the way?
I'm a senior.
Senior? So that's definitely good. So you already have some kind of knowledge of different contacts, excuse me, that you have worked with before, and then also you probably have some prior research experience or working in a lab. So that's definitely a good start. Most people, when it comes to a LinkedIn page, are like, I don't know what to put on my profile, and so we'll talk about that in the next slide. So here go a couple of tips that we recommend when it comes to LinkedIn. One, do you have a professional photo or?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so that's definitely good. You want to make sure that you have a good headline based on focusing on your study and your career ambitions. Also, keyword, you want to make sure your keyword is rich. So you want to have a good summary, kind of like a good, objective statement, like if it was on a resume, to kind of describe what you are talking about. Describe what your passions are and what kind of jobs and potential internships you want to look for in the future. Definitely include volunteer activities, internships, and extracurricular activities. That makes it makes your case strong when it comes to applying for these positions. Definitely, if you are able to display leadership and teamwork skills, definitely companies looking to look at those are great attributes. And then lastly, recommendations. One thing about LinkedIn is you can definitely you have people that comes on, that look at your profile, and they definitely send out recommendations. So that definitely be good to have it from like different professors that you work with, different advisors. They can talk for you. They can vouch for your performance when it comes to like you working with them. So that's also good, and that also can help you provide some great substance to your LinkedIn profile. So basically, when it comes to your profile, you want to answer these 4 different questions. So if I was to ask you, if I was a recruiter, who are you? Like, what would you tell me?
I'm a research assistant at Beckman Institute.
Okay, but what else?
You mean like professional-wise?
Mm-hmm, professional-wise. It's kind of like a elevator speech, right?
All right. I have an interest in robotics, so I spend a lot of my free time working, kind of going in between the labs that I work in.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, I volunteer quite a bit. I do the children's outreach, like Genome Day, and Alpha Phi Omega.
Okay.
And Lego League with the robot building competition for kids. And I'm trying to remember what else. Like the blood drives, I volunteer for that. Sorry, I'm trying to think.
No, it's good. But that's good. That's great information, because definitely that's something that you want to convey on your LinkedIn profile. So just like you are able to tell me that within like maybe 2 minutes, that's something that you want to convey on there and show that you have these different skills. To me, you sound like using a Lego robotic competition. So that has something to do with team building. Like, you have to like work amongst different people. You have to make sure that you all can like achieve this one goal, and so that's something that you can convey on your LinkedIn profile. And that's the hard part when it comes to undergrad students. It's kind of hard for students to see the value in their experience, and so when you do that, you want to make sure that you have in mind that you answer these different kind of questions, and to make sure that you can convey that you are a great potential candidate for a job or internship opportunity. So also, you want to show off your education. So if you have different, majors or minors that you pick up along the way during your undergrad career, hey, just go ahead and talk about it. Different courses that you have taken, maybe you have received some kind of certifications, study abroad experience. A lot of people do study abroad during undergrad, and they gain a lot of valuable experience, learning about different cultures, meeting different people, incorporating it back into their own, values and skills that they have. Definitely want to display your GPA. I mean, you come to school, you work hard, and you do the stuff that's needed to show that you have this great GPA. And then lastly, your honors and awards. You want to show that you are a great candidate for that position, and that you are, certified, and you have the experience and background to get the job done. So who should you connect with LinkedIn? And that's one of the most popular questions when it comes to LinkedIn. Most people want to figure out who can they talk to, and what kind of groups can they join, how can they become part of the conversation. And so have you looked into the groups section of LinkedIn before?
No, actually, not the groups.
Okay. So what about maybe, I guess, are you associated with any kind of groups through LinkedIn or?
I think I joined the NSF research grant group.
Okay.
But I haven't really taken advantage of that yet.
Okay. So, that's good. That's good. You associate with that group. And so initially, when you see on your news feed, when it comes to LinkedIn, you see the different topics that someone is posted on there. And that's helpful because you can start chiming in the conversation as well. So that's very helpful. Also, you can learn the lingo as well. So you see the way how professionals talk within the field. You can take those skills and those attributes and incorporate it with yourself and start chiming in and providing your expertise that you have and what you know. And you never know. Maybe a corporate manager might reach out to you. Hey, what you said was very insightful. I would like to connect with you on LinkedIn. And so, yeah, groups are very instrumental when it comes to putting yourself out there and developing your professional network. You want to learn what's being talked about, and you want to learn how you can talk about it and how you can apply it and use it with the certain skills and expertise that you have from your experience. And so expand your image. So you want to make sure that you update your status regularly, mention projects, professional books, or articles that you read before, maybe in class or maybe on your free time. Recruiters will read your feed. I mean, they definitely are very active, as you can see when you are a part of the NSF groups. Claim your unique URL. One thing that I have seen when it comes to students on their resume, they post their URL of their LinkedIn page on there as well, just to show that recruiters that they have a LinkedIn page and that they work on it and they are very active on LinkedIn as well. Also, share your work. So when it comes back to your accomplishments and your honors and your activity on campus, you want to show that you do have leadership skills, that you are active, and that you are contributing to the university campus as a whole.
I do have a question.
Yes.
I uploaded my poster, my research poster on my profile, but I'm not really sure how to update the books, articles, or events.
Okay. I think it should be a tab on there, whereas I think it's always, because the LinkedIn page is like a long page, so it should be where maybe it might be in the settings where you can add it on there as a tab. I know I have like different conferences that I presented at, and I add that to my LinkedIn profile as well. So I think it might be in the settings. You might want to look that up, or maybe somehow, some way, scroll down the page and maybe see if it's like a plus sign on there to add that on there. So yeah, it shouldn't be hard to find. LinkedIn is very simple to use when it comes to like creating your profile and updating it. So does that kind of help a little bit, or? Okay. Any other questions or?
There will be.
Okay, that's good. So additional resources when it comes to looking at different jobs on LinkedIn. And so talking about the groups, so for instance, like the NSF might have a page on LinkedIn just like this, and they keep recent updates on what's going on. They also have the connection of how many people might be in a group. So say for instance that you are you might apply for different grad schools. So say you go to the NSF and you look it up, they have a whole group of people that might have attended the University of Illinois, and you can like scroll down their list and look at them. We'll talk about it more when it comes to the alumni as the presentation continue to progress. But this is mainly how the page is going to look when it comes to like different organizations and corporations, and it shouldn't be hard to find. They actually have information about the products and the different insights that the professionals provide about the corporation as well. So the alumni tool, this is very helpful when it comes to reaching out to different alumni that's might be a part of your major. So for instance, MCB, when it comes to, you want to go to the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign page. And so with this page, they have different layouts of like the alumni. So say for instance, they have where they live. So they give you a broad scope of where most of the MCB majors, the professionals, where they live at, what area they stay in, where they work. So some might work part of the university, some might work somewhere else, nationwide. So they give you that information. You can always, scroll down more for more information about that. And also, it gives you information about what they do. So, and as you click on one of those areas, they give you the information about the different professionals on there as well. So that's very helpful. And then once you click on that and you get to the professionals, you can actually click on their individual LinkedIn page and find out more information about their research and what they're doing for the corporation or their organizations that they're working for.
Is there a way specify whether you want your MCB contacts or your CS contacts or other majors? How do you do that?
Well, what you do is you want to go to the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign page, and so and I think it's another option where you can like look at majors.
Okay.
And so they have a breakdown of like different majors of like the graduates within like I guess you see the years. So if you want to look at 2010 from 2014, you can look up the different majors and the graduates, and you can pick computer science or you can pick, you know, MCB, and then they give you a list of the different ones and where they're working and where they live, and you can click on their page and you can figure out, you know, what kind of stuff they're doing. So it's pretty helpful. Most students, when they create a LinkedIn account, they don't really know about this tool. They just know that they want to associate themselves with the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign. But it's very helpful, and you can definitely reach out and connect with those people using this tool just because you are a University of Illinois student.
Yeah, it seems like a nice way to personalize it.
Oh yes, it's very helpful. So student job portal. So did you know that they had a job portal on here through LinkedIn?
Oh.
So that's good. You learning more. So that's good. So yeah, with the job portal, it's kind of like any other job page. They give you like different areas of what kind of job you're looking for, and then with that, also you could just kind of look at the selection of jobs that they have. I know when it comes to different corporations and different groups that you associate yourself with, they post jobs and you actually get emails about those job positions. So, for instance, I'm a part of I guess the McNair program, and so I see a lot of McNair jobs opening that's happening because I'm a part of that group, and you get daily emails about that. So, does that kind of help a little bit, or?
Yeah.
Okay. And so this is just more information about the job search process. You can break it down into different categories. If you want to say different companies, locations, relationship. It's just kind of like a general job board, kind of like Simply Hired, also like Indeed. But yeah, like I mentioned before, when you become part of the groups, I think those are very insightful because you can, within that organization, you can learn about the different job opportunities that are open.
I have kind of a weird question.
Yes.
Could you search for skills, like a job's looking for a specific skill set instead of the title?
I think so. I'm not sure, but I think you probably could. We can probably look it up after the presentation and make sure.
That'd be nice.
So I know you mentioned earlier that you have you created an iLink account, or?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so you haven't created an iLink account. Do you know what iLink is, or have you heard different?
Virtual job search board.
Yep, it's a virtual job search board that have different job internships, info sessions, and workshops. They key in on those different kind of events and these different job internships. But the one thing that's I guess instrumental about iLink is they only recruit University of Illinois students. And so instead of having a nationwide job board like Simply Hired or Indeed that recruits different students from different universities, iLink, U of I is unique because we have our own system where recruiters come directly and they want to recruit talent from the university and they post jobs on here.
What about alumni as well?
Yeah, alumni have their own career service office, and so they have their own iLink portal too. Yep. And so get back to the second point. Most different departments have their own iLink system, and they have their own iLink portal, and so it can be very helpful. So say if, for instance, you want to be associated with the Career Center iLink portal, you can. If you want to be associated with the Chemical Science portal, you have to go to their office and ask about it. But I always tell students the more the merrier. so you can have more opportunities to look for different jobs and different internships. So, but some career offices are very selective, so like engineering and business. They only cater to their students. So when it comes to iLink, students can view all positions. So you can see all the positions that's posted on the iLink page. The screening criteria may limit the ability to apply. So you might be able to look at it, but at the same time, they might tell you, well, you don't qualify for this position. You want to have your major, your GPA, your grad date, your degree, work authorization, and applicant type on there as well. And once again, when it come back to events, they also have, yes.
I was just going to add, viewing all positions, that's great. Because an employer might not think to check off in CV as a major.
Okay.
So you're still, you know that company is interested in
Exactly.
qualified students, so you can contact them and say, hey, I see you're coming to campus, do you think you'd have room for an interview with an NCB student? Okay. That does happen from time to time.
Yeah, so that's when it comes to, I guess, the recruiters. Sometimes they forget to put the information on there, and so it limit options for the students. So we have a lot of those issues when it comes to that. So Mr. Bowers is exactly right when it comes to that. So if you see the requirements and it says all majors, but yet on iLink it says you don't require I guess your screening criteria doesn't allow you to apply for it, you can come to us, maybe talk to one of the managers at TCC or any other career office, and just say, hey, this says all majors. Can I apply? Do you have any information about the recruiter so I can contact them? Or you can even go to their website and just apply through there.
And this seems to be more of a challenge when it's cross-disciplinary. Where
Yes.
tend to see.
Yeah, because most of the time, the recruiters that post the information on there, they don't really know how to work iLink as well. So it becomes an issue.
Yeah, that's why I asked you the skill set question earlier.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't sure if they specify.
Sometimes they do. I know when it comes to the career fairs, you have a lot of companies that say they are applying. They want all majors to apply, and then yet they have certain required majors that they look for. So it becomes an issue when it comes to like the actual job posting on iLink.
Okay.
Yeah. Events, career fairs, you can look up the different info sessions that we have on campus. Also OCR, we'll talk about that a little bit more. But that's one thing I think that's very key when it comes to iLink. You can know what's going on, the career fairs that's on campus, and the different recruiters and companies that's coming down here. So you can say, for instance, the all-campus career fair, you can know beforehand which company is coming down here, what kind of requirements that they have, what kind of majors they're looking for, and so that can be very useful when it comes to planning career fairs.
That'll be interesting. That'll be useful in the springtime for you.
Exactly.
Hearing stuff that's happening. And see what companies are coming.
Yep. I think we have someone at the door, but yep. You come in if you want to. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's cool.
But that's my computer.
Oh, cool. Here you go. Oh, it's good. So registration steps. The process is not that long. It only take 30 minutes to apply for iLink, especially through our system. First email message require verification of email. Second one, we'll notify that your account has been approved, and then complete additional fields upon login. So TCC doesn't have the Career Center doesn't have fees, so it's our portal is very free. Also, we guarantee activation within like 2 business days, unless it's the beginning of the semester and students want to apply for iLink and things become very very crowded. But we try to get as many students approved as possible, and that leads into the third point. It's essential to make sure that you register early in the beginning of each semester, because what happens is it's a 2-week period, whereas you can change stuff to your account. and information. And so after that 2-week period, you have to like sign up. You have to do a not a registration form, but you have to submit a form with changes to your account, and it normally take 2 days for us to change
You're
it.
saying each semester you sort of resubmit this each?
Yes. So, say for instance, the fall semester, you have a GPA of 3.5. So going into the spring semester, your GPA jumps up 2 points, so 3.7. You want to make sure that you have it in January when you come back to school. You want to make sure that you change all the information to your account so that you can start applying for different jobs, start looking at preparing for the engineer career fair, and make sure that everything is set up perfectly so you can be ready and prepared and, go for the job and internship process. So when it comes to iLink, you have 2 different categories. You have OCR and you have non-OCR. And so when it comes to just the posting, which is non-OCR, you can apply via iLink easily. So you can, we'll talk about more how you can submit your resume on there when it comes to like creating an account. But normally it's general, the directions is pretty easy. It's an easy process. Once you have your resume on there, you can they have an option where you can just apply and submit it to the company, and it's pretty easy. When it comes to like OCR, that's when it becomes a little bit more difficult because you have on-campus recruiting, and so you have recruiters that actually schedule times for students to choose to meet up with them, and to talk about different opportunities. And so normally it's usually one resume. Screening criteria is it's more prevalent, so they're very serious about that. And and when it comes to the GPA, grad date, and work authorization, they're very strict when it comes to that. Well, OCR positions. So here are a position of OCR right here when it comes to Deloitte Next Genesis Leaders National Conference consulting participant. So they have strict requirement. They recruiting on campus. So more than likely, a student that's able to apply for that position, they have to select that, and they go to the next process of actually selecting an interview time, a date and location deadlines, and also knowing what's the different email notifications. And so this is mostly everything they have to stick to when it comes to applying for these positions. So does that kind of help a little bit? Okay. And like I mentioned before, when it comes to signing up for the campus interviews, they post something on your news feed letting you know that you have 2 potential interviews for that day. They let you know what the position is, and they give you a time where you can select when it's the best availability you can come for the interview. And also you can submit your resume on there too.
That's all pretty straightforward.
And iLink is very straightforward. And like I mentioned before, when it comes to like the screening criteria, it will definitely let you know that you can see the position, but they'll let you know that you probably can't qualify for it. But still, you might want to click on it to see if the requirements are different. If they look for all different majors, then you can probably just contact the Career Center us or any other career officers that's probably approved this job to see if you can possibly get information about the recruiter, or maybe a website or a link to maybe apply for it through the corporation or the organization website. And also, this is when it comes to this screening for jobs, this is very important. So I know you mentioned skills, and so and I know before we conducted the project, we talked about different keywords, and so it's very instrumental when it comes to like looking for keywords for different careers that you want to work for, because with the system, it could be very generalized, and so you want to make sure that you have stuff that's commonly associated with your major, and so working closely with an advisor or working closely with a career officer we can come up with different kind of job titles or keywords to kind of have like buzzwords to go into the system and bring back positions that you might be able to qualify for. Also, another thing that's helpful is also the position type. So it's a whole different kind of position. It's a whole bunch of, abundance of positions that you can look for that you might be interested in. And so you can use that as an option, and they give you a list of jobs. And also, if you want an option to show you which kind of positions, maybe you want jobs or maybe you want internship opportunities, you can also select that as well. Job function is okay, but it's kind of hard to find positions when it comes to looking at certain industries and also zip codes. So that's help a little bit. This is part of this service when it comes to presenting and make sure everybody's okay. Making it more personalized. Another key thing about iLink is you can create job search agents. So what you can do is you can basically save a job search agent, and you can look up different majors and concentrations. You can look at the position types that you want to look for inside the iLink, and I think that's pretty much it. I mean, it's pretty general. And one thing that's helpful with the job search agent is they would give you email alerts about different job positions based on those requirements.
Okay, that's a nice feature.
So yeah, auto-run job search agents. I mentioned that before, and so it keeps giving you information about it. And for instance, say you might, you set up your iLink account or your job search agent. The next day, you might see 4 positions, and they can tell you which one you can apply for, and you can go through the process. And like I mentioned early on in the presentation, iLink is very helpful because it keeps different tabs of like the career fairs, the info sessions that's going on, and also the workshops that's going on campus too. So say if you randomly are interested in maybe improving your resume, it might be an info session that focuses on resume and cover letters. Workshops, same thing. You might have PCM Professional, something that we do at the Career Center a lot. And career fairs, very helpful. You can see the different companies coming down. You can see what they're looking for as far as like potential candidates, and you can just plan your career fair on how you want to strategize and how you want to talk to these different recruiters once they're here on campus. So here go a couple of events that we have at Career Center. We have November 4th, we have Creating Powerful Resumes from 6 to 7 p.m. at our conference room. Mainly, most of our workshops is at our conference room. Making your major decision. I don't think that would be an issue for you. Creating Powerful Resumes, once again, and also careers in federal government.
That one was interesting.
Yeah, so definitely you might want to check that out. Also, as far as when it comes to future events, we have a career week, and so more details to come. I'm still learning more about the details about the career week, but you make sure to check out our website. I know it's going to be definitely something helpful in relation to career, preparing for your careers and internships for the future. So, yeah. And these are the different many ways you can, connect with the Career Center. We have our website. We are on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest. So if you want to contact us, you can definitely contact us through these different social media outlets.
If I might add, that Pinterest thing is cool because they're linking to stuff, not just recipes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But there's good stuff on there about what is business casual dress.
Exactly.
There'll be articles like that with examples, and that's actually quite handy.
It is. I mean, a lot of students don't know the difference between business casual, business professional. How do you wear certain clothes in different moments? So
It's probably better advice on a fashion magazine.
So yeah, definitely check us out through the social media outlets.
It's vetted by professionals.
Exactly. And that's about it. That's the end of my presentation. You have any questions?
Thank you. That was actually pretty straightforward.
Yeah. we don't try to, try to keep it, very helpful and have as much clarity as possible.
Yeah, the features you're talking about, I didn't even know that were on the website, so it's pretty helpful.
Yeah.
If I may add to,
Yes.
I don't know if it picks it up on that microphone or not, but MCB has a LinkedIn group we've had for about a semester now.
Okay.
And it's run by the undergrad advising office. It's still small. I think we got like 132 people so far, but we're looking to grow it and reach out to alumni, reach out to employers, and hopefully things will take off from there. But you should be looking, I know the U of I just looked at it today, the U of I iLink site has like 32,000 members.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yes. See, and even so, like what we're doing now at, with the Career Center, I'm so used to saying TCC, but what we're doing now at the Career Center is we're doing weekly job widgets. So what we're doing is we're pulling different majors, different departments, and looking at the different job positions that's actually inside iLink. And so when you see on your personal page, you might see a job widget of different available positions that you can apply to. So I've been working very closely with Brian and doing that, and so far we've been trying to find a way to actually put the widget on our main page. But I know for the students, it is on there, and so you might see maybe 250 positions, but you just have to scroll through them. But they more than likely they probably associate with your major, and so yeah.
I'll have to look that up.
And I think, did you talk about endorsements on that?
I kind of mentioned it, endorsements. I guess I kind of swept over it real quickly,
I
but
think this could be really good for Kristen with
Yeah.
switching career fields.
yeah. So endorsements through LinkedIn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
wasn't sure how general they should be, if I should list specifically like what I do, like TPCS,
Yeah,
like
what you're good at.
custody.
yes, yeah,
Hopefully people that are in your labs
Okay.
that can endorse you on those.
Exactly.
It's kind of the
Okay.
the pack mentality, I think.
Okay, I wasn't sure if I should say that or just like research general.
Yeah. Now, there's keywords that you'll start to see people, as you connect more and more people, they're endorsing you.
yeah.
Stuff that they think and know that you're good at.
Okay.
Yeah, some people just probably do it because they know how you work, and like you probably worked in in a group and they add you on LinkedIn and public speaking endorsement. It's very simple, but they definitely add up, and it's on your main page too. They show what kind of skills that you have, and that's based off of what the people that's part of your connection, and and what they endorse you based on. Yeah. So.
And most of the people that I've added are people I would consider to be helpful to me, such as actually like business owners. And
Yeah.
stuff. And I actually don't know the etiquette for that. How well should you know someone before adding them?
You want to make sure that you work closely with those the people that you connect with.
Okay.
So.
So would you not suggest acquaintances, or I don't really know?
Well, yes, if you are a part of a group, and like I said, you become part of the discussion, and then someone reach out to you, or even if you reach out to that person, they seen you post on like their group main page. Far as like maybe somehow if you're applying to different grad schools and you want to link up with that person, or even if you are looking into a potential job, I think you want to keep it cordial. And so maybe somehow, some way, if that person do approves you, you can like send them a message just saying, hey, I am a student at the University of Illinois. I'm a senior. I know you don't want to say yet, that they don't know you, but you just want to introduce yourself and just, kind of just show that, you have read into their research and that you are interested in the company.
Right, yeah.
Just introduce yourself, basically, when it comes to that.
It's up to them if they don't want to.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's true.
And I've heard a variety of things where I go to career council meetings and they're talking about LinkedIn, and some people very restrictive on who they meet
Exactly.
with. Others, a well-known advocate of this stuff, says, if you connect with me, I'll connect with you.
Exactly.
Barrier.
Okay. 'Cause I've had a few people that I thought their credentials were pretty impressive, and their interests are similar to mine, but I've never met them before.
Yeah,
So
so
that was
maybe send her just a message introducing yourself, you know, and like I said, you can create that dialogue, and you won't feel as much of a stranger to them because they know that you are making an effort to connect with them. So
I did that last week. We were talking yesterday about the lady from Stripe.
yeah.
It was exactly it. I enjoyed your talk yesterday.
exactly,
Did you add me on LinkedIn? Next day, we're connected now.
no harm, no foul. They either can say yes or say no. But
Courtesy on Facebook where if you don't know them.
exactly. This is more professional. But yeah, I mean, as long as you are being professional, you somehow, some way, you don't read some of the information, or even so, you went to a talk. You know, just say, hey, my name is, you know, and I'm a major here. I've been to your talk, or I read this about you. I just want to add you on LinkedIn, and maybe somehow, some way, continue to have a dialogue.
That's actually a really good idea because there's some professors here that give talks,
Mm-hmm.
and then I could connect with them afterwards.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah, I mean, LinkedIn is relatively. It seems very complicated, and it's kind of, you have to like kind of just play with it a little bit. I mean, I had to definitely play with it a little bit in order to craft this presentation. But it's very useful once you get to once you know how to work the different functions, and especially the alumni tool.
yeah.
It's very helpful, very, very helpful. I sat down with Brian and he broke it down to me. And I was like, wow, I didn't know this. It is, and you'll be shocked. You know how many people that's a part of the university, and they're in different fields, and they working in like crazy areas, maybe areas that not associated with their major, but they are doing, you know, productive work.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I would say definitely that's one tool I would definitely say that's very useful when it comes to LinkedIn and the groups. Definitely the groups.
Mindset too, coming from a world of resumes where it's very static, and now there's books, there's good resources. I can't think of the guy's name, but I got a book in my office that's really good about just how you go about approaching it. It's more like Facebook in that regard.
Exactly.
You're constantly making posts and showing people what you're involved in, and the things that you're doing, and things that are important to you, and so they start to feel like they get to know you.
Exactly.
Even more so than, you know, my career objective is to utilize my skills as an MCB student to obtain a position in. But, you know, hey, I just read this cool article, so I'm going to hit the LinkedIn button on the webpage, and now that's part of your feed as well.
And even your activity on campus.
I was going to ask if you'd like to look at my LinkedIn.
Yeah.